Welcome to the Angel Empowerment Show from I Can't to I Can with your hosts, Cindy Smith, and co-hosts, Deb, Nola, and Sam. In this show, airing every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, gain more insight and practical, intuitive tools to bring more clarity and purpose into your daily life. You can listen or be involved in live professional angel card readings on transformationtalkradio.com so you can heal, thrive, and grow in your life. And you'll experience it all with 4 of the best in the field. The Angel Empowerment Show starts now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Angel Empowerment Show. Deb and myself, Cindy Smith, are alive with you on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So we picked the topic for tonight, relationships and working with your angels. And Deb and I plan on talking about different types of relationships, right down to even having a relationship with money. Right, Deb?
Yeah, exactly.
So tonight, if you're listening live tonight, please be patient because the last half of this show is live angel card readings with Deb Weinberger and myself. So you can either call in on the 1-800-930-2819 and Pacey, our producer, will give you direct for us to talk to you, or in all the social media outlets. All you have to do is put your name and location and we will pull a card for you. So relationship and angels, and first of all, let's send a big, huge happy Valentine's to everyone as of tomorrow. Deb, where do you want to start? I'm going to let you go with it tonight. Let's let you fly with the angels and relationships, and I'll just add in where need be.
Okay, thanks. Well, I often get the question from my clients, when am I going to meet my soulmate, or where can I meet my soulmate? And a lot of, and we all want to know, especially if we're not in a relationship, we want to know when that person's going to arrive into our life or how we can find them. And the first thing I say to my clients when I am doing a card reading is, one, I stay away from predictive card readings. So, usually I will not get a message saying, well, you're going to meet them next month, or, but how I'll phrase that question is, what do I need to know to prepare myself or to open up to a relationship in my life? And because then it's about you. What can I do now to open my heart? Or what healing can I do to open my heart to receive again? Sometimes Archangel Shamuel will step forward. He's our archangel of finding things. And it's how, ask him to open doors or to send helpful people to in a direction for you to meet that special someone of a vibrational match, which I know Cindy's going to talk about in a bit. So it's more about what you can do to allow that to be opened up. I mean, and there's some amazing things. I remember hearing one woman saying that she was told, and I loved this, that she needed to make room in her bed. And it's because the one side of her bed was full of books and crystals, and there was no room for somebody in her life. And I know a feng shui thing is to clean out some drawers, and so it's and I know these are physical things, but it's just something to help you. So these are the kind of messages we might get, but often what I get more and more is healing your heart and opening it up and trusting again. And so we often do work around that with, we have to change cords with old loves. We have to heal those hurts. We have to do some letting go. We have to let go of some events. So we have techniques to assist with that, and it's all with the angels, with the assistance of the angels. So yeah, so when it comes to finding that special someone, there is stuff that we can do ourselves, and it's amazing some of the suggestions. I remember one woman, what came through was I see you cooking in a class. So it was, she goes, oh, I've been thinking about taking a cooking course. I went, you never know. That may be what that may be where the person will be. But she was going to do something that interested her. So then you would find a like-minded person. So that's often the kind of messages I get when it comes to finding your soulmate. So what about you, Cindy? How do you respond when people, it's a pretty loaded question, but how do you?
It is a loaded question. Years ago, the archangels guided me to start referring, as you referred to, as vibrational match instead of soulmate. And the reason that the archangels guided that particular saying versus soulmate is that I believe soulmates can also, we can have more than one soulmate in this lifetime. And sometimes soulmates bring us in more of the difficult lessons, I'd like to say. But of course, there's also the great experiences with our soulmates. But the angels say vibrational match because where you are at this moment in time, and you would like to bring another person into your life that vibrationally matches where you're at. So it's like a balance. And I always guide people, if you're going to ask the angels for help with relationship, whether it's to bring in a new relationship or within a current relationship, make sure your vibration is where you want it when you're asking, because whatever you're putting out, you're going to get back. So, self-confidence, your self-esteem is up. You believe in yourself. You love yourself as you are. I mean, these are all major themes that it's that healing aspect of ourselves. So we create a vibrational match. And I love how you brought up, like, people will have, for years, they'll say, well, I want the angels to tell me when they're going to bring my soulmate. And I'd like to know when, what do they look like? Where is it going to happen? Well, the angels get a little funny about that. And I will explain why. The reason is that you could, let's say you're in the city of Calgary, and perhaps there is 10 partners that are vibrational matched for you at this moment in time. If I give you, he's 6 foot, or she is 6'1", or he, and blonde hair, blue eyes, wears glasses, then that's what you focus on. And there could have been 3 vibrational matches that were ready that you didn't even pay attention to because you were looking for a physical attribute. So that is often why the angels they might give you a little bit of personality versus the physical, so that you'll stop yourself from getting caught up in what the person should look like. They can give you a time frame, but it would be a long time frame, like within the year. And the reason being is because if you do have 10 vibrational matches in a city, well, they have to be ready also. So sometimes it takes a little bit, and then the angels got to line up so you meet. But trust me, it happens. And I get so much feedback from people, and different ways that the angels may suggest that you ask for your vibrational match in a certain way. And over the years, people have given me tons of feedback around, I can't believe how the angels guided me to make that happen. There are all, and if I said that 100% of people that are asking about relationships have found the one, no, because there are people that things didn't line up the way that they wanted them to line up, unfortunately. However, we do know when it comes to the angels, they are going to do their best to bring the positive outcome if that's what you're focusing on. Right, Deb?
Exactly. And I will also, and this is something I was doing before angel work, in that I will tell them, when you're talking to like Archangel Samuel, the angel of finding things, be specific in how you want to feel in this relationship. And what kind of maybe characteristics you're looking, or personality traits you would like in a match for you, in a vibrational match, and be specific. And the reason I say that is, as a young woman, I remember saying, I just want a man. And my neighbor said to me, no, you want a good man in your life. It's like, okay, well, so then I was in a relationship, and it wasn't necessarily the best relationship, but be darned if one day he didn't say to me, listen, I'm a damn good man. Like, okay, I said that, but I wasn't very specific in exactly what I was looking for, so that's just a little example about being clear on what you're looking for in a relationship. There may be a time in your life where, yes, you would like somebody in it, but maybe you're not looking for something really serious, or maybe you're just looking for something casual, or are you busy and it just doesn't fit your life, so you need somebody who's just as busy so you can connect, so really look at, what kind of life do I want to live with the other person, and think about that and put that out there, and ask the angels to assist you with that too. And that might be what suits you now. And it may grow into something different, or it may just be something that suits you now. And then there may be another relationship down the road. We just never know, right? So, but yeah, be clear and precise. That's the way I love how the angels listen, and give them detail if you know, right? Sometimes they know better, but
yeah, I sometimes, it's being a little bit specific, but I always say it's more about where your vibration is at.
Yeah.
And again, it's around all of the empowerment tools, because if you're empowered with self, you're going to attract somebody that's empowered with self and will empower you. It's that self-love that we project out that we get back. If you tend to go negative about self, be careful with that. I'm a big believer that what you project out yourself, you're going to attract that vibration. So sometimes, as Deb says too, the angels are going to guide your own healing first, so that you are open and ready to really attract and bring in that vibrational match energy. It's like when people go through cycles and they keep attracting the same thing, and they're going, what am I doing? It's because what you're projecting out there to the universe, it's universal law. You're going to get back what you're sending out. And I'm huge as a counselor. It's so much about what we project out of ourselves. And I'm excited. We're carrying on with the theme of February and love. And Sam Bell and myself, we're talking about second chances. And I am so grateful the universe brought me my vibrational match, even when I wasn't ready, after a divorce, separation, all of that. And I kept saying, no, I'm not ready. And boom, I had the love of my life presented to me. So Sam and I are really excited, because she's recently remarried, and we're excited to, I think, Nola, Deb, you guys could be on the call also.
Right?
I know. It could be all four. I was thinking about that. Yeah. It could be all four of us, really.
Well, because I think about my, being married, and he was definitely my vibrational match. He was definitely the love of my life, and I lost him at a young age to death. So I love that I was given a second chance for love again. And yeah, the universe and the angels knew what they were doing, right? Out of tragedy, there still came hope, and another love. And
yes.
Yeah. So whether it's a divorce or whether it's a death, it's we have more than one, like you say, vibrational match.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always say my hands go up to the couples that have been together for so long and have made it work. Like when I hear of somebody celebrating their 50th anniversary, I was like, wow, where you talked about guidance, relationship, bringing together a vibrational match. So yeah, there is those unique, beautiful, amazing relationships out there. So yeah, tomorrow's February 14th. And, we think February 14th, it's Valentine's Days. But I've always a big believer, Valentine's Day is all about love. So whether it's self-love, love in all types of relationships, love for self, just sharing love and light with people around you, to me, it's a positive, love-filled day. And people sometimes say, oh, it's become too commercialized, or, they make it. But even for me as a child, my mom and I were even talking about it. As a child, I love Valentine's Day. I don't know that they still do it, but remember in school, like when I was in grade school, kindergarten and up, we took those little Valentine cards and gave them to everybody in the class with a special message. And it's funny because I have this memory. Well, I think I was in grade 7 in elementary, and I have this memory of receiving 2 Valentine cards anonymously signed, "I love you, Cindy," and didn't give me the name. And I knew 2 boys in the class loved me, and I had no clue.
That's awesome.
And I remember it going, I'm going to figure this out. Do you remember the little, I don't think they still.
Oh, yes. Well, they do it, but they do it because my youngest daughter's a kindergarten teacher. So she did tell me, she said, they know, well, at least she will not give out the class list, because she said, there's 24 kids, send 24 Valentines without names. It can just be from whatever, so that you don't have the child that only gets one, and everybody gets a Valentine's. So that's the way she handles it. And she said, also, of course, in this world of privacy, they don't necessarily want to send out class lists anymore. But yeah, but I know for my work, and if anybody's listening, the surprise will be spoiled for them, but they're listening live. So I did little Valentine's cards. I've never done that before, but I just felt really drawn to do little Valentine's cards. So they're all going to get one tomorrow from me. And I signed them and a little treat to go with it. And it's just fun. I love Valentine's Day. But
I do too. And I have such good memories with it. And it's because in the times when I didn't have a partner or a boyfriend or whatever, I still never remember feeling sad on the day. I just remembered celebrating with friendships and my children, and because it is, to me, that it's special love. And I'm wishing I was a little more organized, so I could have been sending out some Valentines to my special friends, even if it was through email. Unfortunately, it won't happen because I've been too busy getting ready for the expos coming up. But so back to relationships. We wanted to also talk about, when we think relationship, also it's relationship with our angel team. And that's a key, because they are pure love energy and inspiration, and they only guide you for those positive outcomes. Yes, they can give us warnings, but one of my true love relationships is with self and my angel team. I'm not sure. I don't know. How would you define that? Because it's a key, important relationship for me that maybe sometimes I take for granted.
Yeah. Like one of the things that it took a long time for me to wrap my head around is our angel team, our guardian angels, the archangels, all of them. They will support us in every way with no judgment at all, ever. And they'll always be there for us. Even if we deny that they exist, they are still there for us. this is a concept as a human being that I really have a hard time wrapping my head around, but I know it to be true. I trust that it's true. But they have, you're right, unconditional love. And, I think of the love of a mother for a child, or and how it's really unconditional, but we're still human, and we still get angry, and we still get judgmental, even though we don't want to, we still do. Whereas the angels, they just don't. We make no mistakes. We're only learning our lessons. They're there to support us through it. This is a hard concept, but it's just so true, and it's just so amazing. And, when we talk about our relationship with the angels, and you also mentioned the relationship with self, because I think our most important relationship is with ourself as well as our angels. So we have to think, if they can love us that much unconditionally, we need to love ourselves like that too. And we need to just support ourselves and give ourselves a break once in a while. Like, one of the things I'd love for all our listeners to do tomorrow, being Valentine's Day, I know those that are in a relationship will be doing something special for for a spouse or a boyfriend, whatever, or our children or whoever. But I ask that you do one thing just for yourself. No matter what it is, no matter if it takes a second, just do something and say, this is what I'm doing for me to show my love to myself. Even if it's just writing yourself a little sticky on the mirror, I love you, whatever. And it could be grand, but it could be small. But I would love if everyone listening would do that tomorrow. Just express love to yourself in some way, big or small.
Yes, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Give yourself a Valentine's card.
Yep.
Right. And those love messages to self. Les and I went to the movie last night for Valentine's Day. Nice. We went on a date. Just because tomorrow in the evening I'm already booked, Valentine's or not. So we went and did our little special date last night, which for us it's making the time for each other and appreciating each other. So when you were talking about relationship with self and the angels, I think what I do is bring in awareness of my gratitude for my angel team. And that's another way how I love myself, is by being in that gratitude for this team that's constantly showing up for me. Giving me the guidance, taking care of when I ask, manifesting with me, all the amazing tools that they've been given me over the years, and guidance for people that I work with. I will say I'm in such gratitude. It's just, when I've got a pain in my knuckle and the pain goes away, I'm like, wow, I'm in gratitude team. It's acknowledging the gratitude is also another way in showing our love for our divine team, I believe. I mean, it's just part how the angels have always said they never need gratification from us. They would much more just know that we're communicating with them is the big thing for them. And I loved how you brought up that what kind of a relationship can we have in physical form that has no judgment, no ego, no punishment, no negative aspect to them. And it's your angel team, because they are just about empowering, love and light, guiding, support, doing all that they can do when we ask. But there's no blocks. That's why I truly love my relationship with my angel team. So, and we even put in our thing, we could go on and on, but there is something also that we did in our write-up, relationship with money. And, Deb and some of our listeners that do know me, I really am big on the vibration of money, which equals love. And because money is just vibration. And I believe money has a high frequency to it. And it's only us in ego form that place all the junk on it from past experience or what we've been told, or the beliefs around money, all the different negative aspect of money. So I believe in a positive relationship with money, and another way to celebrate Valentine's Day is your relationship with money.
Yeah. Well, and you, and through my work, one-on-one with you, but also through your course, which whenever it comes up again, the spiritual and financial freedom with you and Jaden, you have assisted me in my relationship with money. I held so much, well, there was a lot going on when it came with me and money. So of course, with that, it wouldn't stay with me. It was gone as soon as it came. And I didn't realize through the work that I've done with you and through the courses, I've realized I was repelling it. And I've done a lot of healing work, and things are turning around and they're shifting. And I don't know, it's not so heavy anymore. Right. And it's amazing. So to work with you on that, it's been such a gift in how it has healed the way I work with money. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Deb. I will receive that. Yes, Jaden Sterling and I teach a course called Spiritual and Financial Freedom. It is on my website. However, you're going to click on there and it's going to say dates to be announced, because we just have been teaching a series to start off this year. And so now we've got to figure out when we're going to be creating a new one. But yes, relationship with money is big. So have Valentine's Day with the vibration of money. So we've got, the relationship with our angel team, the relationships all around us, our intimate relationships, and our relationship with money. So really, tomorrow, February 14th, is celebrating love in all kind of aspects. So time just flies. You are listening to the Angel Empowerment Show on the Transformational Talk Radio with Deb Weinberger and Weinberger. Sorry, I'm not sure how that came out. Deb Weinberger and myself, Cindy Smith. We are going to break, but please, all of our listeners, call in live and join us to receive an angel card message. You can either ask a question, call in live, 1-800-930-2819, or on all the social media platforms, YouTube, etc., Transformational Talk Radio website. And all we need is your first name and location, and we will be pulling some messages for you. So we will see you in a few minutes, or you'll be listening to us again in a few minutes. We are back live on Transformational Talk Radio. Myself, Cindy Smith, with Deb Weinberger. Before we start pulling cards and giving messages, the other thing that we wanted to talk about is crystals.
Right. Well, before we talk about crystals, Cindy, I know you mentioned just before break that there isn't currently a spiritual and financial freedom course booked, probably in the fall, I would imagine, or sometime.
Yes, or summer.
However, there may be some clients or some people out there who maybe want to get started on healing their relationship with money. So could they work with you, booking a session to do some healing work, whether it be past life healing with the relationship with money, belief systems? Is that?
Yes. All you would have to do is just go to my website, cindysmithaap.com, and hit the book a session, and you would just book angel card readings and more. And you would let me know right off the bat that you're really wanting to work with the energy of money. And then I will be guided as to where the angels would like to take you to assist to do that. And usually it comes down to some core soul memory stuff that's come up and in this lifetime. So I'll end up doing past life healing and belief pattern change. And yes, we can definitely start. And then, the course is amazing too. So,
are All right.
Yes,
Now,
thank
Crystal.
you, Deb. And I just want to, if I know a lot of people listen and you can't see it, but if you are watching the screen, you will see this beautiful rose quartz angel. Rose quartz is the love stone, and Archangel Jophiel is the love angel. Okay. And so any rose quartz that you have, whether it's an angel form or tumbled, or that's a great thing about rose quartz because it's inexpensive and it's a very a stone you can find lots of. Great Valentine gift. Just if anybody's got that last minute, I never bought my honey a Valentine's, or your kids or people at work, rose quartz. And we call them the puffy hearts. Have you seen them, Deb? The puffy hearts in rose quartz.
Well, I have. This isn't rose quartz, but it is a little puffy heart.
Yes.
I think it's
and that's what they look like.
Yeah, a hologram kind of quartz. But yeah,
yes,
and I have one upstairs in my treatment room. The rose quartz.
Puffy hearts, we call them, and they're great. They're made of crystals. So yes, I had to do a plug for our crystals.
Yeah.
And I also have to do a plug to the listeners. The Inspire Change and Healing Relationship deck that my cousin Jennifer and I created a couple years ago. This is a deck, the relationship deck that we use when we're pulling cards around relationship. And it's all of the cards have a message from an archangel, a message from the crystal, an action step, and an affirmation. So these cards are really designed to give you tons of information. So let's get into it, Deb. We have, now this is, I see Andre from Calgary. Am I saying that right? Andre or Andre? Do you see that, Deb?
Yeah, I'm going to say Andre, but I'm not. We apologize ahead if we have it wrong.
If we say your name wrong. But from Calgary, I would appreciate blessing reading to find vibrationally matched house for my family. Just placed an offer on today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Love that you've asked this, because exactly it is asking in that way, a vibrational matched home. What is in your budget? What is perfect for your family, which will have an easy transition. All of those things we were talking about relationship. I love that you made a comment to do that. So I'm going to, I'm going to channel a message around this for you. Ask Archangel Michael to step in. He's all about action, and he will find you the perfect home in the perfect price. And you've put an offer in. If it is meant to be, if it's meant to be, it's going to go smooth and easy. If it doesn't happen, even as frustrating it wasn't meant to be. I always trust that there's a hidden something behind the scenes. So when you're asking for vibrational match for your family, a home and blessed, trust that it exactly will fall into place. And I get I really get a positive hit. If it isn't this one, it'll be the next one. What do you get around this, Deb?
Yeah, when you said you had an offer, and the first thing I heard was "Yay!" So, but yeah, no, it's close. It's close. So you're right. If it's not this one, it's coming. It's very close. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I get you're pulling cards, right? If we were to pull a card for a house for you, it's love is in the air. So that means, I attract a vibrationally matched love relationship now. That's your affirmation, Andre. So trust it. And I love how you said Thank you. I love how you were, blessing reading. I love how you're blessed when it comes through, because that's just like me. Some people say blessed, I say gratitude. So the fact that you're already focused on the gratitude and trust that if the offer is accepted, it's meant to be. If the offer isn't, move on quickly, and it will happen very quickly for you. I'm getting that from the angels for you. So thank you for asking that question. Okay. And we have, who would you like to pull for, Deb?
Well, why don't I pull for Tracy from Airdrie? The first one on there. Okay.
Go for
it. Okay. So I'm also using your deck. Worth the wait. So whatever it is, I get the feeling you had a specific question in mind. So whatever it is, it's worth the wait. So my child, trust that we, the divine, have heard your requests or prayers concerning your current or future relationship. Now is the time for patience, as your desire will be presented to you. But I'm also getting that it's not necessarily a relationship with a person. It's a relationship with something different. It's something in your life. Whatever it is you're manifesting right now, they're telling you whatever it is that it's worth waiting for. It's in the works. It's not immediate, but be patient and it's coming. But also be clear on what you're looking for, as far as how do you want it to make you feel? How do you want it to manifest in your life? And they're working on it. So the affirmation is interesting because as humans, our timeline is a little bit different than the angel timeline. So it is, I trust divine timing now. That's an important affirmation for you. I trust divine timing now. So I hope that's helpful, Tracy.
Yes, and to our listeners and for Tracy, so as Deb said, sometimes divine timing, like people roll their eyes at me as soon as I say divine timing. They go, "Oh, here you go. Yeah. So, but it really is truly, remember, lining things up that is in our highest best interest. So if we can have some patience along the way, it sure makes it easier on our angel team to line up the right things. And it is all about that vibrational match. And so, yeah, divine timing is a key. If we can keep out of the, I'm so tired of divine timing, right? Do clients roll their eyes at you like they roll their eyes at me?
Always.
I knew you were going to say that, Cindy. I've been asked, So sorry, listeners, if you think we're making a joke about it, but we all know time can be frustrating when we're manifesting. It can, for all of us. We're in physical form, but for the angels, time is irrelevant to them. It's all about vibration.
I was doing a card reading for a fellow AAP, and her question was about time, and we were getting things like not quite yet, and she'd go, pull another card, and it said wait a year, because we were using the Angels Answers deck. And then what was the next one? Anyway, it was like 4 cards, and it was the same thing. It was like, not now. Finally I looked at her and I said, you do know how this works, right? And being a fellow AAP, we just both burst out laughing, because she knows the angels were not changing their answer, and she was needing to wait, and she knows about divine timing. Anyway, it was just interesting how the cards just kept coming back with the same message for her. So yeah, yes. And I know she waited, and it's been amazing. So anyway.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's Amy from Kamloops, pulling you a card from the angels. I'm going to give you both. I got 2, Amy, and I'm going to give you both. If you were in front of me, I'd say, okay, pick 1 or 2, because they had the same energy, but I'm going to give you both. We got time for a vacation. So, and lighthearted time together. So I think with your love partner, it's time to have some fun, Amy, and whether it's a one night vacation or whether it's a longer vacation, but it's all about sharing that time together in fun. And the affirmation is, I manifest my vacation now with intention of fun, relaxation, and adventure. And then the affirmation for time together, I integrate joy and lightheartedness into all aspects of my relationship now. So I think the angels are giving you a little message. Maybe you use Valentine's Day to plan for a future event. Amy, I'm almost feeling like your husband's going to be very happy that you got this message. I get that woo kind of lift energy. So thank you very much for Amy for joining us live on the Transformational Talk Radio. Okay, you get to pull a card from Michelle from Saskatchewan.
All right. So the angel deck. Oh, isn't this funny? Lighthearted time together. I think there's a theme going on here.
I think there's a theme going on.
So Michelle, what's really popping out to me though is bring balance of playtime into regular tasks. Incorporate fun into your daily activities and plans. So it's allowing that, making that a priority in your life, having a little fun, enjoying just that pure, innocent joy, finding something each day to just be joyful of. The affirmation is, I integrate joy and lightheartedness into all aspects of my relationship now. And what I'm getting more than anything is the relationship with yourself. It's be easier on yourself and allow yourself to just have some fun. Take a break, take a breath, and laugh and smile, and whatever it is that you love to do, find something in your day. Each day, every day. Yeah.
So. Beautiful. Okay. So we have Serena from Edmonton. Serena, I'm going to pull, I know you've put some questions in the comment, but I'm going to pull a card first for you from the relationship deck. And then Deb and I will see what else we are guided message to give you. Okay, team. So when I say, okay, team, I'm talking to your team, Serena, and my team, so that they are I'm going to go with two like before because I'm guided to two cards. And the first one is stop self-judgment. And the other one is ask for all you desire. So when it comes to relationship, what I'm getting direct is you are doing the best you can. And dealing with ebbs and flows isn't easy all the time. And so your angels are reminding you, you are doing the best you can. So stop focusing on if there's any negative energy with yourself, Serena, and really project outside of yourself the positive energy you would like to experience in your relationship. Okay, so because you know with the ebbs and flows, you know what the positive is like. So really allow yourself to focus on the positive and know that we can never change our partners. We can only respond differently and project differently. And so then ask for all you desire. That's a confirmation card. Really be aware of what you're asking for within your relationship. And because again, as we were talking about earlier, what we project, we get back. And so if it continues to feel like a struggle, it's going to continue to feel like a struggle. And the picture that I get for you I get a sunrise, not a sunset. So sometimes we get images, and so whatever sunrise means to you, but I see within this sunrise, Serena, a real balance of colors. It's almost like it's like the universe is creating this balance of love vibration. Give it a chance. Give it a chance to shift and change. I'm just strongly giving you give it a chance to shift and change, and think sunrise, new energy, balance, beautiful sunrise colors I'm seeing. But the angels are telling me it means positive balance. Do you get anything else, Deb?
Well, actually, I pulled a couple cards from my Whispers of Love deck. I thought I'd do an alternative deck just if I could see what supporting messages I could get. And the one card I pulled is be supportive. But and the message was make a genuine effort to show you care. But there's more to it than that. It's not only showing that your husband that you care, it's also showing your husband that you care about yourself. So that it's not like you're going to be all sacrificing and be completely support him at a detriment to yourself. So it's standing up and allowing yourself to support yourself, if that makes sense. But the other card was speak the language of love. And that's where, when you were alluding to that as well, Cindy, in that find your voice and allow yourself to speak up and say what you want in the relationship. And in turn, you're being supportive, you're hearing what he wants, you're hearing what he needs, but also you have wants and needs that are important too. So using your voice in a supportive, kind, gentle, loving manner. And that's where I do find when I have a situation like this in my life, I've called on Archangel Raphael to keep things calm, Archangel Jophiel, the angel of love, and Archangel Raguel for conflict resolution. And I have seen miracles happen. I have. So even though the person that I'm dealing with, he's not asking for permission, but at some level of his being, he also wants a resolution. And big shifts can happen, but I had to use my voice, and I had to do it in a loving, supportive way. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. And yeah, like Cindy said, be patient. But
yeah, I get positive. I get, that there's positive.
Yeah.
And it's focus on that. And of course, you see a sunrise, the balance. But of course, the angels will always always have your boundaries, what you will accept and what you won't accept. Yeah. Personal boundaries are a key, even in our loving relationships. So thank you, Serena, for asking. And we have Jane from Okotoks would love a card. Deb, if you could pull her.
Okay, so I'm going to use Cindy's deck, the relationship deck. And we'll see what they have to say for Jane. Let go of past regrets. My child, when you question the what if I only, this vibration holds you in past tense and creates conflict with self and others. The first thing that came to me, Jane, as I'm starting to read this is it like we talked about at the beginning, when we're needing to heal our hearts in order to be all in our relationships in the now. And as Cindy had said that, we want to make sure our vibration is high. We want to make sure that we're where we want to be so that we can be with our vibrational match and have a healthy, fulfilling relationship. So I am getting that there is some letting go that needs to happen. Now, as I'm saying that, I also was hearing current. So is there some things that you need to let go of that are in your current relationship in order to help it heal and move forward in a more helpful or a healthy way? And then the affirmation is, I experience new and positive possibilities with my relationship now and in the future. So I am getting a bit of a sense that it is letting go and healing something in the relationship you're in now to move forward. Yeah. And are you getting anything with that, Cindy?
No, I think you're good. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you, Jane, for reaching out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do something that I've just got asked. I'd like to pull a card to the listeners that haven't felt compelled to reach out to us, that are listening and or listen in the future to the podcast. So for Valentine's Day, I'm going to pull a card for everybody that's listening, okay? Because that's what the team said. There are people out there listening that haven't contacted, and it's oh, I love how the team works. I just love it. Attract vibrational match card came up.
Sorry.
Of course, because that's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So here's the message from Shamuel for everybody listening. My child, when asking to attract new vibration, pay attention to your vibration first. Lift your vibration to match the traits you would like to experience with others or a love partner. Trust the universal vibration of outcomes. We hear you are asking to enhance your relationship experiences. And then I'm going to give Scolasite as the crystal we were guided to use on this card. And the Scolasite message is, I help raise your vibration and connect you to space of peace and knowing. I bring a sense of serenity and security, knowing that traits you focus on will be easily and effortlessly matched in relationships and or love relationship. Affirmation, I increase my vibration as I align my positive traits with my vibrational match now, all in divine timing. What a way to wrap up the show. I mean, that card basically puts a bow on everything we've talked about tonight.
Yeah, it sure does.
Thank you, team. Honest to goodness, it is, if you could see this, it is, I shuffled and boop, there it came. So
I'm a witness. You shuffled.
I shuffled. So thank you, everybody. I love this topic about love and relationship with our angels, ourselves, and everybody else. Thank you, Deb, once again, for co-hosting with me. And next week, as we referred to, next Monday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Sam Bell and myself, we're going to be talking about second chances. And yes, there is a second chance for all of us when it comes to love relationships. So
how can they reach us?
How to reach us. So
my best place is my website, onawinghealing.com.
And you can also book with Deb because she's an amazing angel card reader and healer, and anything to do with relationships. If you want some assistance, book direct with her. Okay. And again, you can find me on cindysmithaep.com, and that's where you book or you see any of my trainings. So thank you for listening to the Angel Empowerment Show on Transformational Talk Radio. We will be with you live next Monday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Thank you for listening to the Angel Empowerment Show from I Can't to I Can with your host, Cindy Smith, and co-host. Learn to empower you with angelic guidance every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. It's easy to tap into your divine self and trust in your angelic guidance. Let Cindy and co-hosts give you a loving push to explore your potential. For more information, go to cindysmithaep.com. That's cindysmithaep.com.